Welcome everyone to our gentle yoga class. So happy to see everyone. We're going to be doing a nice sequence today. So it's a good idea to have a strap, a yoga strap if you have one. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can use a belt or a ribbon or even a rope. Yoga strap's a great thing to have if you don't have one. And then try to have a block or two. Those are nice to have as well, and just keep them handy. And then it's nice to have a blanket or a knee pad. We will be spending some time on our knees. If you don't have a knee pad, a nice little trick is you can take your yoga mat and just fold it in half one way, fold it back the other way, and voila, you have a built-in knee pad. We're going to begin in a comfortable seated position. And just a reminder, I'm in easy pose right now, but this may not feel comfortable for you. And that is perfectly acceptable and fine. There are lots of ways to come into easy pose. So if you prefer, you can come into a butterfly, just pressing the soles of the feet together. Another nice option is to sit in a forward fold position with your legs straight. Maybe the knees are a little bent. And then another option is to sit on the shins. So find your easy pose, your comfortable seated position. And we're just going to begin by reaching our shoulders up to our ears, rolling the shoulders back, pressing the shoulder blades together, and then taking our gaze, our drishti yoga gaze, just to the floor, maybe about 2 or 3 feet in front of you. You could also close your eyes, and we're going to begin to connect our breath. We're going to breathe in deeply from the belly region, taking that breath up through the collarbone and neck, shoulder region, chest. Maybe sipping in a little more air, and then exhale all that air out. Trying to concentrate on breathing in through your nose and then exhaling all that air out through your nose. Hopefully hearing that breath in the back of your throat as you're breathing. If you're not hearing it, a great little trick. Breathe in as though you're surprised to see somebody. Exhale as though you're fogging up a hand mirror with your nostrils. Let's try that again. Deep breath in. Maybe a deeper breath out. Good, completely emptying the lungs. As we're breathing, let's set an intention for today. Maybe this hour can be devoted to someone that you really love, and you can just focus on that person if your mind does start to wander. Maybe it's a goal for the new year. Maybe it's fitness or a personal goal, or maybe it's just a simple word you can go to, like love, joy, peace. And maybe it's just the words inhale, exhale. Good. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and open our eyes, and with our breath, we're going to sweep our arms up towards our ears, reaching for the ceiling. Go ahead and face the palms towards the wall right in front of you. Spread the fingers as wide as you can, and then reach a little higher up towards the ceiling. Feel the torso just lengthen and stretch. Arms are straight, shoulders are very close to the ears. And then we're going to relax, just back off a tiny bit, rotate the palms so they're facing one another, and then we're just going to turn into tree branches and just sway gently side to side. If you need to, slow it down with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Good, warming up the body. Inhale, exhale. And on your next breath, we're going to bring the hands forward again, or straight, reaching for the ceiling. And let's bring the palms together, bend the elbows, and frame the face. holding this, and we're going to think about our posture and how much we probably sit during the day and work on that. So with your next breath, we're going to just bring the fingertips to that back wall. Try to keep the neck still. And then inhale, fingertips go back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fingers go to the back wall. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, towards the back. Exhale, towards the top. 1 more. Inhale to the back. Exhale towards the top. Then let's take our fingers and just interlace them, clasp the hands together, maybe pull them out. And we're going to bring our frame to the right. So the elbow, just to think of the elbow as going on top of the head. And we're going to inhale and exhale, switch sides. Nice stretch here. Inhale, right elbow goes over the head. Exhale, left elbow goes over the head. Let's do 2 more. Inhale towards the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale towards the right. Exhale to the left. Next breath, we're going to reach the hands up, but the fingers are still clasped together, hands are together, and then we're just going to draw those hands towards the top of our head, slide them down to the base of the skull. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards that back wall, squeeze the belly button in, and then we're going to touch our elbows together. So with our breath, inhale, touch the elbows. Exhale, bring them apart. Inhale, touch. Exhale, elbows to the side walls. Good. Inhale, touch. Exhale, elbows to the side walls. 1 more. Inhale, touch. Exhale, elbows to the side wall. Shoulders are getting a little tired, so let's release the hands, place them on the knees, close the eyes, and just roll the shoulders. Maybe you roll the neck a little bit as you roll these shoulders out. And then let's reverse those rolls. Take it the other direction. Working our way down the body, just getting everything nice and warm. Next breath, let's cactus the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades, spread the fingers wide, squeeze the belly button towards the spine. And then we're going to do that little flow we sometimes do where we bring the right elbow down, squeezing at the same time, the shoulders back. Inhale. Take it to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. And then our hands, let's spread the fingers wide, are going to go right back to the knees, and we're going to take a seated cat-cow. And it's actually the cat coming before the cow on this one. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to round the spine, round the shoulders. Maybe the elbows even come out. This is our cat. Draw the chin towards the chest. And then exhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest up towards the ceiling. That's your cow. Let's do a few of these. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat, drawing the belly button in. Exhale, cow. Very nice. For good measure, let's just roll the shoulders out 1 more time. And then reverse those shoulder rolls. Good. On our next breath, we're going to start warming up the bottom half of the body. So let's bring our legs, if they're not already there, to a forward fold position. And let's go ahead and grab our block. Take just a block. And maybe we hold the block just in a level 3 position, sitting up nice and tall and just pressing our hands into the block. Draw the toes towards the forehead. Try to keep the legs straight unless it's painful. Ooh, feel that stretch up and down the backs of the legs. And then we're going to point the toes. So let's do that with our breath. Breathing in, toes go towards the forehead, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, out, point the toes. Inhale, draw the toes towards the forehead. Exhale, point the toes. Let's do one more. Inhale, point the toes towards the forehead. Exhale, point the toes towards the front wall. Good. Now we're going to bend the knees just slightly. Maybe you can get the feet down, pressed onto the floor. And we're going to sit back just a little bit. Take that block and place it on our right side. And we're going to do a little twisting side to side. So we're going to lift the feet up maybe about 4 inches off the floor, blocks on the right side. And with our breath, move the block to the left. Feet go to the right. And then take it the other way. Inhale to the right. Exhale towards the left. Inhale right. Exhale left. One more. Inhale right. Exhale left. And then let's just place that block to the side. Draw our feet in for a butterfly. Sit up nice and tall and just move your butterfly wings. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Almost there. And then on your next breath, we're going to turn this into a letter M. We've done this one before. You can take your hands and place them behind you, fingertips facing that back wall. And let's just have a little movement here with some windshield wiping, bringing the knees towards the right, then to the left with our breath. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. One more. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. And then we're going to walk the hands up. And we're going to grab this right ankle and just thread the needle. Thread it right underneath this left leg. Take that left ankle, place it on the outside of the right knee. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to reach out the right hand. We're going to pull that left knee in towards the body as much as we can. Left hand comes behind and try to look over your left shoulder. Now you can TP the hands, the fingertips on the left side and perhaps give the body a little twist. Help it out, trying to see that back wall as much as possible. Just make sure you breathe while I count for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Great. Let's just go ahead and set that up on the other side. So if you'd like, you can come to that letter M, take the left ankle, thread it through, make sure that left knee is facing that front wall, then take the right ankle, place it on the outside of the left knee, sit up nice and tall. This time the left hand comes out, left arm, wrap it around that right knee. Right hand comes behind, TP the fingers, press into the mat with those fingers and try to see the back of the wall behind you, maybe the middle part of the wall, or maybe you just see the corner of where the walls connect. That's fine too. Let's hold this as we breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Great work. Let's go ahead and bring our feet out in front. Maybe just wiggle them out a little bit because we're going to go into our tabletop next. So making your way into your table, if you would like to take your blanket, because we will be here for a short time, and just place that on your mat to support your knees. Maybe you don't need that. And we're just going to come into our tabletop. And as we're setting up, let's just begin to make some movement in the spine. So maybe we bring our left hip all the way to the left wall, circle around, and bring that right hip to the right wall, and just continue to make circles. And maybe you even move the spine a little bit with these circles so that you're taking that cat position. You're arching the back and then drawing the belly button towards the spine in that cow position. And then let's make sure that we reverse those circles. Another option here just to warm up the spine is to wag the dog's tail. Just move the hips side to side if that feels better for you. So we're going to finish up on our next breath, making these little movements. And then on your next breath, we're going to take some deep stretches. So we're going to reach back the right foot. We're going to tuck the toes right into the mat, draw the heel towards the floor. Feel that stretch in the calf muscle. Feels so nice. At the same time, we're going to heel toe the left foot off the mat and bring all of our weight into the left palm. And we're going to send our chest towards that side wall, bring our hand up, spread the fingers wide. Now you can stay right here in a side supported plank. If you are feeling a little feisty, maybe you turn it into a full plank and just bring that left foot to join the right. Either way, let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then very gently come back down to your table and continue to make those circles. Making sure you reverse them and hearing that breath as you inhale and exhale. Hearing that breath, beautiful breath in the back of your throat. Let's take care of the other side. So on your next breath, let's reach back the left foot. Make sure you don't have any props in the way. Tuck that toe and then draw the heel towards the floor or your mat. At the same time, we're going to heel toe the foot on the right side off the mat, bringing all of our weight into the right palm and then just sweeping the left palm and hand up towards the ceiling. Chest is facing that front wall. You can stay right here. Or if you want to turn this into a full plank, just allow that right foot to meet the left. Either way, let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to gently come back down into our table. Let's go ahead and sit back on our heels and take a little care of our wrists, spreading our fingers as wide as we can towards that wall right in front of us. Spread the fingers even wider, especially if you've had some cold weather, just spreading those fingers. And then we're going to make a fist and rotate the wrists. Hearing our breath while we're doing this, breathing in, exhaling out. And then we're going to spread the hands wide again. This time we're going to dial just the left hand, the fingers down. So it looks like this. And you're going to take that right hand and just give a little pull. Give a little pull to each finger. When you get to the thumb, reach around and just pull that thumb back. And then press the hands out. Let's take care of the right hand. So we'll dial the fingers down on the right hand, take the left hand and give a little tug to each finger. We use our hands for so much, have to take care of them. And then when you're finished with this side, the right side, just press the hands out again. Let's do a little bit more for our hands. Take the right hand and just gently, gently take those fingers and just press them back towards the body. Then you're going to take that same right hand and place it on top of the left, and then just draw the hand gently, the fingers towards the body, going the opposite direction. Now let's do that on the right side too. So left hand comes on top of the palm, presses those fingers back. Hopefully you can see there. And then left hand comes on top of that right hand and just pulls it towards the body. Take it easy if your wrists are very gentle. And then we're just going to shake out the hands. It's a nice thing to do before we do any kind of down dog work or even tabletop work. So on your next breath, when you're ready, we're going to take the hands, press them out, come back to a down dog, finish up our work here. Our tabletop, finish up our work here before we go to our down dog. So with your next breath, go ahead and reach out the right hand like you're shaking someone's head. Reach back the left foot, toes facing the floor. This is called bird dog. You can stay right here. If you want a little more, just reach back behind, grab that left foot, lift it up towards the ceiling, take your gaze to the floor. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release the foot, and the right hand comes over the heart or maybe the shoulder. Flatten that left foot. Let's do some glute work. So we're going to lift the foot up towards the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and press the knee back down, and we're going to just make some hip circles. Reaching the hips back towards the heels, making some deep circles, hearing that breath as we do this, and then making sure that we reverse those circles on the other side. The nice thing about what we're doing right now, it doesn't put a lot of pressure on the wrists that we just worked on. So if you finish early, maybe make some little wiggles. And then on your next breath, we're going to do the other side. So let's reach out the left hand, spread the fingers wide, reach back the right foot, toes facing the ground. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you sweep that arm behind, lift that foot up towards the ceiling, creating a little diamond, facing your gaze towards the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we take that hand and place it over our heart or maybe that right shoulder. Flatten the foot, and let's lift the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come back to a table and take a cat-cow. Breathing in for cow. Exhaling for cat, drawing the chin towards the chest. Nice arch in the back. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Lovely. On your next breath, we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to sit back. This is spreading out the toes. And this is also so good for any kind of foot disorders, plantar fasciitis. It's not the most comfortable, so we're not going to stay for long, but it gives us an opportunity to remove our blanket because we don't want it to be in the way for when we begin our warrior series, which is coming up next. So on your next breath, go ahead and spread the hands nice and wide, fingers apart, come back into a very brief tabletop. Now we're going to just flatten out the feet a little bit, maybe just make a little noise with the feet just to make sure the feet feel good after that stretch. And then we're going to tuck the toes once again, lift the knees, and then lift the hips all the way up, coming into our first down dog of the morning. And maybe we pedal out our feet here, bend one knee, straighten the other. Gaze is towards the back wall. Hearing our breath. On your next breath, let's go ahead and raise the right leg for three-legged dog. Maybe we even rotate the ankle while we're here. Breathing in, exhaling out. And then on the next breath, we're going to come into a crescent lunge. Crescent lunge is a little different from warrior. The back heel is going to be lifted on the left side. You're going to be on the toes. I'm going to face this way so you can see it takes a little bit of balance, but you can heel toe the feet apart, called railroading, and that makes your body a little more stable. So come into your crescent lunge, reaching up for the ceiling, spreading those fingers nice and wide. And then we're going to press the palms together, bring them down to our heart center. And on your next breath, we're going to take a little twist to the right. So my back is to you, but I'm pressing into my palms, holding this little twist. And you might even want to open up your wings. These are angel wings, holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to just turn this into a warrior 2. Nice, familiar warrior. Taking your gaze right between your fingers. Nice bend in the knees. On your next breath, let's take a side angle. Try to twist the body so you can see that thumb on the left side. And then take it to an extended side angle. Maybe both hands come out as though you're holding a ball. Try to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to rotate at the waist, press down with our palms, and come right into a wide-legged child's pose. So bring the knees wide, big toes touch, and just sink the hips back towards the heels. Let's walk the hands forward. Try to bring the elbows to the mat. Maybe your chest comes down. Catch your breath, breathing in deeply. Exhaling fully, good. And then we're going to twist this. On your next breath, walk your hands all the way off the mat to the right side. Maybe they're on the carpet or the floor. And then take that left hand and maybe put it on top of the right to get a deeper stretch. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to walk the hands all the way to the left side. They come off the mat. Maybe they're on the carpet or the floor. And try to get the right hand to come on top of the left and get a nice stretch there. Relax the neck. Good. Holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's take one more stretch in this position towards the top of our mat. So we can maybe even walk the fingers a little closer to the edge of the mat, getting the chest down a little further, a little deeper, and holding that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to slide the hands back up, coming into a table. If you've noticed that I've turned positions, that's just to give you a better view since we're going to be doing the left side. So any kind of wiggles you want to make before tucking the toes. And we're going to come back into our down dog. So when you're ready, lift the knees and then lift the hips. Maybe you pedal out here. Just take a quick glance at your fingertips and make sure the hands are active. Fingertips are in the mat, leaving little indentations to protect your wrists. Keep the hands strong. Then next breath, we're going to raise that left leg. Maybe we rotate the ankle here. And then we're going to bend that knee and come into a crescent lunge on the left side. Remember, for stability, to make sure there's enough space between the legs and you're up on the ball of the right foot. So you might check back and make sure that heel is lifted. Good job. Next breath, we're going to bring our hands to heart center. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, and we're going to take a little twist to the left. My back is to you again, and we're pressing into the palms. Maybe you open up your wings here, stretch and hold this. Good. And the next breath, a little more familiar territory. We're going to come right back into warrior 2. Nice bend in the knee, plant that back foot, gaze through your fingertips, squeeze the belly button in. Nice. On your next breath, let's take a side angle. Try to twist the body enough that you can see that right thumb. And the next breath, we're going to take an extended side angle. Arm comes right over our ear. Maybe we hold the other arm out. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to rotate at the waist, press the hands down, spin on that right foot, and just bend that right knee and step forward so that the feet meet one another. And you should be at the top of your mat. So let's turn this into a rag doll. Just let the head hang, put a little bend into the knees. Maybe the arms just dangle and you move at the waist side to side. Another nice option is to interlace the arms. Maybe you shake your head yes, shake your head no. And my personal favorite is to take the hands and clasp them at the back of the skull and use the thumbs just to give a little massage to the back of the neck, the back of the skull, where we hold so much tension and stress, where we store a lot of our worries. So just holding this, maybe rocking a little bit. And then on your next breath, let's just drop the arms down, bend the knees, try to get the chest into the thighs. Hips are reaching up towards the ceiling a little bit. And we're slowly going to begin to rise up, one vertebra at a time, working our way all the way up onto the top of our mat once again. And let's come into a mountain pose. So we're going to sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, spread the fingers nice and wide. Try to keep the arms straight and close to the ears. Let's lift all 10 toes. We're going to turn this on and make it active. Maybe you close your eyes and you squeeze your face. Squeeze your arms, squeeze the belly button in towards the spine, lift the kneecaps, which turn on the thigh muscles. Lift all 10 toes, holding this. And then we're going to relax and release our body into a Tadasana position. Now we're going to turn this on really, really, really hard. But before we do that, maybe we shake the body out a little bit, take a few breaths. And then we're going to get ready to do it by taking our shoulders, reaching them up towards our ears, rolling them back. Chest is really reaching for the front wall. Good. Hands are out. Palms are facing the front wall, spreading the fingers. Now let's really turn this on. So squeeze the face as hard as you can. Squeeze the arms so hard that the backs of the arms, the triceps, start to burn. Squeeze the belly button in towards the spine. Great job. Lift the kneecaps. That turns on the thigh muscles. Lift all 10 toes. Good. Working hard. Squeezing. Keep breathing. Squeeze a little bit harder. Heart rate's going up. Maybe you're shaking a little bit. Keep squeezing. Working that metabolism. We're burning calories right now. Squeeze a little harder. Keep on breathing. Body shaking. A little bit of fatigue is starting. We're almost there. Squeeze a little bit harder. Keep going. And release. Whew, you should feel a little tired. Very nice. And now we're going to go to our balance portion of our sequence today. So if you want to step off your mat, if you want to step off the carpet, maybe go to a wall or a piece of furniture, a chair, any place you feel stable, because we are going to be doing some balance flow. So when you're in your spot, let's take our hands, spread the fingers wide, place them on the hips, and then just rock all of your weight over to the left side so we can start on the right side. So draw the right foot around, and let's think about our posture too. Straight spine, maybe squeeze the shoulder blades back, and just begin to tap the toe on the ground. Let's count it out. Still breathe while I'm counting, but let's do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to lift the knee up towards the chest, straighten the toe, and we're going to lift the knee towards the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to try to straighten the leg. Now you can stay like this, or maybe your arms go up. And we try to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. And then we're going to take a figure 4. We're going to just bend at the knee, try to keep the spine straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe that's all for you, but if you want a little bit more, you can throw a tree in there. You don't have to, but if you want to, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a lot. Great work. Now let's take care of this standing leg. We did a lot. So maybe we first just shake everything out. Just give everything a real nice shake. And then you can take your hands, place them on your waist, and just press that toe on the left side into the mat. Rotate at the ankle. Another nice thing to do is just to step right onto the toes. Just step onto them and just draw that heel towards the mat. And then if you feel like you need a little more TLC, you can just bend that standing leg, grab the foot. Maybe you're holding onto a wall, and just give yourself a little foot massage at the bottom of your sole of your foot. Good. All right, let's take a little mountain pose in between Tadasana. So we're going to sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. We won't turn it on. And exhale into Tadasana. Think about those shoulders in the posture. So we'll reach the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them back. Chest comes fully extended. And then we'll relax a little bit and take care of that balance on the other side. So let's spread the fingers, place them on the waist, rock all of our weight over to the right side, slide the toes over on the left. If you're right-handed, sometimes this is an easier side. So let's give it a try. So let's just begin to tap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Lift the knees, straighten the toes. Let's lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing great. Straighten the arms, maybe, or not, and then reach the foot out in front. Stay still, or even lift if you'd like. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to draw the arms down and come into that figure 4. See how low you can go. Straight spine here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe this is all for you. You've had enough. If you want a little bit more, take it to a tree pose. Just avoid that knee area. Sweep the arms up. Try to hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. And release. Let's take care of that standing leg on this side. Maybe we just wiggle everything out, catch our breath. And then maybe you take your hands, put them on the waist, and just press those toes into the mat, roll out the ankle, just reverse those rolls. And then maybe you step onto the toes, try to draw the heel towards the toes. Take any other kind of wiggles that you like. And then I will meet you at the top of your mat. Just come up to the very top as though you're on a diving board. You're at the very, very top. Toes are at the very edge. And let's bring the feet about hip distance. And let's once again think about our posture. So we're going to take the shoulders, reach them up towards our ears, roll them back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's sweep the arms up into a mountain, reach up towards the ceiling, spread the fingers nice and wide, and exhale, take a fold. Let your gaze just go right to the mat. Maybe you put a little bend in the knees here. Another nice thing to do after all that balance is to raise the toes on the right foot, lower them, raise the toes on the left foot, lower them. On your next breath, we're going to come into a halfway lift. The back is as flat as can be. Gaze is right towards the mat, holding this. And then on the next breath, we're going to come back onto our mat into a table. But we're not going to stay in the table unless you want to make a few little wiggles, which is perfectly fine to do. And then from here, we're just going to draw the knee, take the right knee and draw it towards that right wrist. And then look at your foot and just bring the foot onto the outside edge of the left knee and make your way into an easy pose. Just a comfortable seated position, easy pose. And we're going to do a little bit of work on our neck. Now, I said in the beginning of class today that this particular position isn't always comfortable. So if you want to come out instead into a forward fold or a butterfly or any other kind of position, that's perfectly fine. So just sitting up nice and tall, maybe just moving the head side to side, winding the body down, working a little bit on some relaxation, and we're going to be doing some deep stretches here too. So closing your eyes, trying to keep the spine straight as you can. And then we're going to work on our posture. So let's take our shoulders, reach them up towards the ears, roll them back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And we're going to take our right hand, just cactus that hand, take the left hand and just let it kind of hover. If you want to touch your mat, you're going to get a little deeper stretch. That is up to you. Spread the hands nice and wide. I'm going to demo with my hand hovering just a little bit. Maybe you close the eyes here. On the next breath, we're going to take this right cactus hand, reach it all the way across the head, find that left ear, and then tilt the head. Draw that right ear into the right shoulder. So hand is on the left ear. Close your eyes, squeeze the belly button in, And you're going to feel a stretch in those neck bands, those neck tendons on the left side. Allow your body just to relax and let everything go. And then next breath, take your left hand and put it on your knee. Just relax a little bit. Draw that right hand down to the back of your skull. You can take your hand almost like a little vice grip and just give your neck a squeeze. Give the back of your skull a squeeze. If the fingers can reach down to the shoulder or the upper back, even better. Just squeeze it all out. Give yourself a massage. Feel really nice, getting rid of any kind of knots or tension. And then next breath, we're going to take our nose and just draw it underneath the right armpit. Maybe here you open your eyes and see the back of your mat. Maybe you feel something in your left scapula or the shoulder or the spine. Make sure you're breathing, hearing that breath, breathing in deeply through the nose, breathing out even deeper fully through your nose. Beautiful. Next breath, release that, and let's just make some neck circles. Any kind of circles you want to make. Maybe you kind of make a figure 4. Maybe you look up towards the ceiling, look to the floor, just anything that makes the neck feel relaxed, releasing any tension that's stored there. Good. Okay, before we do the other side, let's think about our posture again and take the shoulders, reach them up towards the ears, roll them back. Chest is reaching for the front wall. Shoulder blades are squeezing together behind you. Sitting up tall, squeeze the belly button in, good. And then same thing, we're going to take that right hand, just let it hover right over the mat, maybe about an inch or so. And then cactus the left hand. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, good. And then on your next breath, maybe you close your eyes as you sweep the left hand over, find the right ear, draw the left ear to the left shoulder. Just hold this, hear your breath. Allow yourself, give yourself permission to let everything go. Just escape. Good. Then on your next breath, take that right hand and just place it onto your knee. Slide the left hand down to the back of the skull. Think about your fingers and your thumb and all the use they can do for your body, and just squeeze the back of the head, the back of the neck. Maybe you can even reach the fingertips down a little bit towards the shoulders or the top of the back and just give yourself squeezes. Massaging, good. And then on your next breath, take your nose, your chin, draw them in underneath that armpit on the left side. Maybe you open your eyes, see the back of your mat. Squeeze the belly button in, hold this, and you might feel something up and down the spine on the right side, the scapula, the shoulder should feel really nice. The body can do so much with the breath, with stretching. Good, then we're gonna release that, sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna take a half dragon from where we are sitting right now. So we're gonna take the right leg, just grab that ankle, and just send that leg out towards the right side. And you're already set up. It looks a little bit like a tree pose. And just if you want to place the left foot a little deeper into the thigh, you can make some adjustments there. Nice thing to do here is if you have a block or two, you can just slide a block underneath the knee on the right side. And I'm going to grab another one for our next pose here. And we're just going to take our hands, place them on the waist, rotate the waist towards the right side, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, spread the fingers, and just take a little fold. Nice thing about this particular pose, this half dragon pose, is you really don't have to grab your foot. You don't want to bounce, grab your foot and bounce. That could cause injury. Just try to stay still here, hear your breath. If you don't want to have the block underneath the knee, you can remove it. You don't have to have that. A nice thing to do is to think about your toes and draw them towards the forehead. See if that gives you a little deeper stretch, if it feels different. If it's troublesome, just back off a little bit. We're almost done with holding this pose. And then on your next breath, we're slowly going to come out of it. And we're going to go to a full dragon. So deep stretches are so nice for flexibility. They're good for our internal organs. So for our dragon pose, full dragon, we're just going to bring the legs out to a wide V. Now I have blocks underneath each knee. That is an option. This may not be comfortable for you. So you can either do that or you just come to a wide V. If you are not using a block for your knees, you can also take a couple of blocks, maybe make a little T. And then when you take your fold, you've got a place to rest. So lots of options. We're going to sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Come on down onto your blocks. If you don't like that, maybe you make the blocks at a different level. Maybe you don't use any props at all. Try as you're breathing to bring the toes towards the body. It intensifies the stretch. This is so good for sciatica pain. This is so good for the low back. It can sometimes stir up emotions. If that happens, just be kind to yourself and continue to breathe. And just relax your head, relax your gaze, take it right in front of you where your arms are. And then we're slowly going to come out of this deep stretch. And just to stay balanced, we need to do the left side. So maybe we slide a block underneath that knee on the left side. We're going to bend the right foot and just place it into that thigh. You can take your hands, place them on the waist, rotate that waist, and then sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, come on down. And the same thing applies to this side. You don't have to grab the foot or bounce or make it any harder on the body. Just relax. Take your gaze maybe right about where your knee is. We just worked on the neck and we don't want to overwork or strain the neck. Feeling that stretch in the low back, so good for low back pain. And everything is connected. We're almost there. With your next breath, let's go ahead and walk the hands back up. Let's remove the block unless you want to use it for our last and final seated stretch that we're going to do. We're going to do a forward fold. You can take the block and place it right underneath the knees if your hamstrings feel a little bit of little tightness, or if you might be a little dehydrated. Sometimes it's nice to do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to demo the block on this one. Sit up nice and tall and sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Try to get the arms straight. Maybe they're next to your ears, and then come on down. Feel free to put a little bit of bend into the knees. In fact, maybe you try that just to get the chest a little closer to the thighs. Maybe the chest can just rest. It's okay and actually good if the back is rounded in this position, and you can spread the fingers wide while you're here. Maybe you draw the toes a little closer, but not too much towards your forehead. And this particular pose, forward fold, is so good. It's a mood enhancer, makes you feel happy, makes you feel secure and safe. Lovely, lovely, lovely position. And next breath, we're going to come out of this and make our way onto our backs. So let's just move our props, but let's grab that strap if you have one, or your belt, or whatever you're using, and let's take that with us. So we're just going to make our way onto our back. Maybe we put our strap at the very top, and you might want to sit up nice and tall, spread the fingers wide. Thumbs are going to face the ceiling. This is a good way to work our abs, and we're just going to slowly, slowly make our way onto our back. Now, if you do have low back pain and that is not feeling good to you, you can come into a fish pose. Just come onto one elbow, Come onto the other. Maybe you spread the feet. Looks a little like a fish. Maybe you just lean your neck back for a bit and then come on down. Lots of ways to get onto the mat. Now, once we are on the mat, we're in this Shavasana pose. We're going to stay here for just a bit and think about our low back. And let's go ahead and squeeze the shoulder blades together and think about that little arch that you have underneath your low back, that natural arch that we all have, which is normal. We're going to press that arch into the mat, and then we're going to release it slowly. Let's do that with our breath. Inhale, press the low back, fill up that space. And then exhale it out, let that arch come back. Let's do one more, just like that. Inhale, press the low back in, fill that space completely. Exhale, pelvic floor rotates, and that arch comes right back. Good work. Let's grab our strap. Let's go ahead and press the right foot into the mat, slide that foot up. Left leg is still straight. And then we're going to untangle our strap, bring it about 2 feet above us, maybe our chest region, and then just look up for a brief moment and place that strap right in the center of the right foot. Take all the excess strap and just place it on the right side. And then with your right hand, you can just let the left hand rest. Bring that right leg towards the body. Maybe even draw the toes towards the forehead. Woo, you're going to feel that stretch. Yes. And then on your next breath, draw that right leg towards the right side of the floor. It will probably not touch the floor. Try to keep your sit bone on the left side on your mat. And then inhale, bring that leg back up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to switch hands. Left hand's going to take over, right hand's going to come to the side. Take that strap and your foot all the way to the left side. This time the hip probably will come up on the right side off the mat. And let's turn this into a flow. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Right hand takes over, left hand gets a break. Exhale, leg comes to the right. Let's do one more. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the ceiling. And then bend that knee. Slide that foot down. And let's make sure we do the other side. So we'll just bring our strap to the left. Press that left foot into the mat. Slide it up. Lift the head just enough to place that left foot into your strap, and all the excess strap can come to the left side. This time, the left hand does the work at the beginning. So pull that left leg towards the body, feel that stretch, draw the toes towards your forehead. Good. And let's do it on this side. So we're going to let the leg come to the left. Inhale, leg comes up, right hand takes over, exhale, leg comes all the way across the body to the right side. Hip will come up. Inhale, up, exhale, switch sides, leg comes to the left. Let's do one more. Inhale, leg comes up, switch hands, exhale, leg comes to the right. If it touches the floor, that's okay. Inhale, leg comes up, switch hands, left hand takes the left leg to the left side. Inhale, the leg comes up towards the ceiling. Let's remove the strap, bend both knees, and bring the arms out to a T and just windshield wipe the legs side to side. Breathing in, exhaling out. And the next breath, let's bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. Rotate the ankles. Good. And then turn this into a happy baby, or sometimes we call this a stirrup, where you're just going to grab the outside edges of your feet or your big toe and your second toe and rock side to side. While we're in this position, let's take a lion's breath. Deep breath in. Even deeper exhale out through your mouth. So nice. You can take another breath just like that if you like, as we bring our feet together into a butterfly. And you can slowly bring the feet down to the mat. Maybe the arms are still out into a T once they reach the mat. And let's take that lion's breath. Deep breath in. Beautiful. Lion's breath out. Now, from here, let's take the right leg, bring it all the way to the outside edge of the mat. Take the left leg. Foot is all the way to the outside edge of the left side of your mat. And then just draw the palms in, palms facing the ceiling. Let's squeeze the shoulder blades underneath us. Maybe move the neck a little side to side and just soften through the face. Just relax your face. Allow the tongue to come off the roof of the mouth. Maybe you rotate the jawbone just side to side and completely melt into your mat. Just relax from the crown of your head all the way from the tips of your fingers, from your chest all the way to your toes. Just melt right into your mat. And remain in this Shavasana pose for several breaths. I'll give you a signal of the bell when it's time to come out. Hearing your breath as you relax. And slowly beginning to awaken your body in the Shavasana pose. Maybe you spread your fingers out as wide as you can, and then make a fist and just rotate those wrists. Still in deep relaxation mode. Breathing in. Exhaling out. And then maybe you tried to spread your toes. That's not easy to do, but just try spreading your toes as wide as you can. Good. And then draw your knees into your chest and rotate your ankles. Maybe your eyes are still closed. Maybe you windshield wipe your knees side to side or turn this into a happy baby, whatever your body is asking for. And then on your next breath, go ahead and reach your arms behind you, towards that wall behind you. Point your toes, coming back into that Shavasana position. Point the toes. Take a deep stretch. Stretch like a pencil. Maybe you squeeze your face, squeeze your arms, squeeze your belly button towards the spine. Lift the kneecaps, point the toes. And then on your next breath, just release all of that tension and bring your arms back to your body's side. Take a deep breath in. Deeper exhale out. Good. Let's very gently roll to our right side. Make a little pillow with your right arm. Draw your knees up into your chest. Maybe make yourself into a tight little ball. Just draw the knees in a little closer to your chest as you're breathing. Eyes might still be closed. And then on your next breath, gently make your way back into whatever your comfortable seated position looks like. Just meet me right back up on the mat. Good. Maybe the eyes are still closed. Perfectly fine. And let's once again work on our posture. So we're going to take our shoulders, lift them up, reach them up towards the ears, roll them back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, spread the fingers nice and wide, and then connect the palms, bend the elbows, and draw the hands down to heart center. Let's take care of our wrists one last time. We're going to dial the fingertips down, look at our veins. Pinky fingers are reaching towards the body. Maybe you turn this on too and squeeze the face and squeeze the arms. This is great for computer work, cell phone work, cooking, anything you do with your hands. We use our hands for everything. And then we're slowly going to dial the fingertips back up. Separate the hands. So important to get a final fold in here. So let's place the hands on the mat or the floor and walk the hands towards that front wall. Maybe the elbows come down. Maybe the forehead comes down. Take a deep breath in. Try to keep your sit bones on the mat. Exhale out. Good. And then we're sliding that right hand towards the body. And then sliding the left hand towards the body. Not coming up too quickly. Making sure we're safe. And then the hands can come down to the knees or back to heart center. So lovely having everybody here for this gentle practice. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, your week. If you have any questions, feel free to text or email me. Namaste.